what is potentially holding you back? Are you holding you back? Oh, how about that? Are you holding you back? And if so, why? All right. I told you we're going to do some thought-provoking questions tonight, some things that really shake you up and to challenge you, because I want to see you on the other side, of your worry and your doubt and your fear. Really think about that. What are some of the things that could potentially be holding you back? This particular episode you want to stay connected with, because we want to connect with what's going on with you. What has you stuck in a space? What has you stuck on the sidelines of life? What have you stuck in a career? What has you stuck in an unhealthy weight? What has you stuck in an unhealthy relationship? I can't tell you how unfortunate it is for individuals to just take life as it comes, to just deal with whoever or whatever from whoever. And I got both hands up, because I have dealt with that a large portion of my life. I just didn't know any better. And so I just took what I could get, and I took life as it came. And I was very, very unfulfilled, okay? That was then. But today, I'm so grateful to be living a life of just filled with amazing opportunities. Absent of challenges? Absolutely not, okay? Do I deal with stuff every single day? Absolutely. But my perspective has changed. And that's what I'm so excited about. And that's why I'm so excited to be at the opportunity to even have my own talk show, and so we're going to dig in that tonight. We're talking about what's holding you back. I started the broadcast and I wanted to know, is fear holding you back? Or is shame holding you back? Are you, being traumatized by something that happened in your past? Is it a family member? Is it a relationship? What is potentially holding you back? Are you holding you back? Oh, how about that? Are you holding you back? And if so, why? All right. I told you we're going to do some thought-provoking questions tonight, some things that really shake you up and to challenge you, because I want to see you on the other side, of your worry and your doubt and your fear. Is it the thought of what other people think about you? Is that holding you back? Ooh, that's a big one. You would be absolutely amazed at how many people are stuck in a space because of what other people think. Both hands up. That used to be me. I was very concerned about measuring up to what people thought I should be, and where they thought I should be in life, and what they thought I should drive, and what they, what kind of career, what opportunity they thought I should seek after. That is a big deal. Whether it's you or somebody that that is a big, big deal for people to need to measure up. We're talking about things that could potentially be holding you back. Are you being held back by grief? Have you lost a loved one? You haven't been able to recover from that. Are you being held back as a result of resentment? Have you been rejected? Have you been fired? Have you dealt with a life event that has potentially just knocked you just to your knees? Are you like face first in the dirt? Because they happen. I'm telling you right now, we get some serious blows. I call them bricks to the face that happen in our lives that could potentially, really, really set us back. We're talking tonight about what's holding you back. All right, we want to dig into potentially what that could be. And what we do on Tasha Evans Live, the whole point of it is to challenge you. I want to see your self-awareness heighten, okay? Because the more you begin to be in tune with who you are and what's going on with you, I'm telling you, your opportunities are limitless. I see you soaring in the things of God. The closer you are to being in tune with things that are potentially manipulating and controlling you, or even the things that are working well for you. You need to be aware of what they are so you can do more of the things that work for you, and the things that are a disservice to you, you can walk away from. All right, so we're talking tonight about the things that could potentially be holding you back. I want to challenge you with that. So I hope you're taking notes. Isn't it a lot? I want you to take some notes. Oh yeah. And really think about some of those things. We're also looking at, I want to challenge you. I want to know, what is it that what's your goal? Where would you like to be? You know, what are your dreams? What's your vision for you? Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Where do you see yourself in 2 months? Where do you see yourself in 2 weeks or 2 days? You know, or have you even projected that far? Have you even thought about your life past this moment? Have you even thought about your life past the pain that you could potentially be dealing with? Have you ever thought about your life past the rejection or the emotional state that you are currently in? Because sometimes life can happen so quickly, and life can happen to where it's just so stifling, to where all you can think about is that particular event or that particular offense, and you're stuck. Okay? You park. I parked. Let me tell you, I have parked so many times and for a long periods of time that I'm so happy about the moments where I snap out of it, and then before long, if I'm not careful, if I'm not self-aware, or if I'm not checking in with myself with these checkpoints, you know, that I mentioned earlier about where I am mentally, where I am emotionally, how am I feeling, I find myself really back into this trance of worry and doubt. So we started out with 3 key questions. Number 1, I want to know what's holding you back. Number 2, I want to know what your intentions are, where you want to be. Okay? What that's doing is it's getting you in the mindset of planning and executing. All right? When we're talking about where do you want to be, I want you to begin to think about where you are past this moment, where you are past this emotion, where you are past what's happening in your life. All right? Then we're going to talk about executing in our next broadcast. I want to make sure you don't miss that. I'm going to show you how to get past where you are. So now's the moment of really for you to stop and think, okay, what's happening in my life? But on our next broadcast, we're going to dig into how to get past that. All right, we're going to really dig deep into that. And so the next thing I want you to look at, what's going to get me on the other side? How do you get from, what is it going to take to get you there? Okay, what's it going to take to get you on the other side of fear? What is it going to take to get you on the other side of depression? What is it going to take to get you on the other side of substance abuse? Because let me tell you the beauty in getting to the other side. It's connecting with your purpose. You know, it's detaching from escapes. Because I want to talk about that for a second. Okay, so things happen in life. We experience insecurities. We experience just traumatizing moments. And often it's too hard for us to deal with. So we look for an escape. Is that escape? Smoking weed, you know, substance abuse. We find ourselves become addicted to sex. We find ourselves, you know, spending just entirely too much money, just shopping our way through problems. We also can find ourselves just going from relationship to relationship. We're talking about escapes. We're talking about not wanting to deal with the reality of how we're feeling or something that has happened in life. I'll tell you how many clients I've had the pleasure of coaching. What we do, we sit down and we map out a blueprint, you know, on how you're going to achieve success. But before we do that, we back into what the issues are, okay? What's causing you to have these insecurities? What's causing you to suffer from anxiety? What's causing you to suffer from depression? What's causing you, you know, to be shopping your way through your situation? And it's such an amazing, I'm gonna tell you, it's also a scary thing to back into what is dealing with you, because you have ignored it for so long. But it's also a very powerful space, because at that moment you're no longer just being manipulated by your thoughts and by your past. Okay, it's at that moment you take control of your life. Okay, I like to say it best, it's nothing more amazing than when a person takes control or takes responsibility for their life. That means deciding not to go with the escapes, you know, that we talked about. That's deciding to deal with the emotions and heal. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. It's nothing like healing from within. Because when we go to escapes, like from relationship to relationship, and substance abuse and alcohol abuse, and just even people, sometimes we even take stuff out on other people. I know some people with some anger management issues because they are not able to connect with their own problems. And so they deflect. So once we stop those escapes and we deal with our real issues and we really begin to heal, and that wholeness and that freedom sets in, very powerful space. We're talking about how you get there. The importance of getting on the other side of fear, on the other side of worry, on the other side of, contemplating taking your life. The 3 questions that we've been discussing, the first one looking at what's holding you back, then we looked at how do you get to where you want to be, and then we looked at what's it going to take to get you on the other side of those issues. The answer? Your mindset. Okay? Your mindset. It's so key. Everything begins in the mind. What you believe to be true about yourself, it starts in your mind. Wealth begins in the mind. New opportunities begin in the mind. That new business venture, it starts in your mind. So it's so important that we cultivate our mental and emotional state. So when I talked about the importance of this show and helping you to gain a better perspective, that backs into your mindset, the thoughts that you think, because the reality is our thoughts create our reality. And it creates our experience. I said several years ago that I wanted to have a talk show. How about that? It's manifested. Years of work, years of working on myself, getting to the point to where I can even believe it. Because it's one thing to say it, but can you believe it? And can you hold on to faith through the challenge? Because let me tell you something, there have been enough things that have happened in my life within the last couple years, within the last 6 months, within the last 6 days, to where I could have said, oh no talk show, forget it, okay? It's too much work. Too much work for the show, too much work on me, too much work on other things. But guess what? By faith, I have to believe through the challenge. I have to make sure I have a greater perspective. So this show is not based on just stories and testimonials and things I've heard, in magazines and through my clients. I'm living this too. Every single day, I have to get up by faith. Every single day, I have to pay attention to my mindset. Every single day, I need to cultivate the thoughts that I think. Every single day, my life is completely transformed. And yours can too. Guys, this stuff is so real. It is so exciting. I really want to make sure I hit you right where you live, because that's where change can happen. When you have those thought-provoking moments, those things that challenge you, the things that make you stop dead in your track and be like, you know what? Wow. And so that's the whole basis, that's the whole premise for Tasha Evans TV. It's a lot of work. I'm going to tell you that. When you talk about personal development, you talk about positively transforming your life, but it's so worth it. It is most certainly worth it. And you know what? You're worth it. All right? I always say 3 key things: because you matter. Every aspect of you matters. You deserve a life of wholeness. You deserve a life of freedom. You deserve a life of just complete wellness. All right? I think it's so important to have wellness. It's more of a lifestyle. I know we hear a lot about 5Ks and marathons, but let's incorporate well-being discussions into our home. Let's incorporate well-being into our every aspect of our lives, into our finances, into our relationships. All right. You better believe that our paths have crossed on purpose. I don't believe that things happen by chance. It's a reason that you're tuned into this broadcast today. We're committed to seeing you live well. We're committed to seeing you well in every area of your life. That's your finances, that's you spiritually, that's you emotionally. We care about the fact that you may or may not be sleeping at night. We care about the fact that you may not have achieved your dreams, your goals. We care about the fact that you know, you are looking to do more with your life, and some people are just looking for the resource and information on finding out how to do that. And that's what we're doing with Tasha Evans Live on our weekly broadcast. We're just committed to you, to helping you to see your life differently, helping you to gain a better perspective. All right, so we're going to jump into tonight's show. It's something powerful, guys. It's really going to challenge you to think, all right? And I love stuff like this because it's so important for us to become self-aware. I always ask this question, what's going on with you? All right, what's happening with you? What's happening with your emotions? Because we can talk about what's happening on our latest shows. We're up to speed with what's happening on social media. We're up to speed with what's happening in the community. But I want to know, are you clear on what's happening with you? All right? So I'm going to challenge you tonight. Tonight we're looking at what's holding you back. Thank you so much, as always, for connecting with us. If you feel like this show is going to help someone, as always, we encourage you to share, or if we can potentially help you, let us know. You can find out more information about how we can support you on your journey toward well-being. As always, you can check out TashaEvans.com.